Ladies and gentlemen, today is going to be an uncut video, not going to be edited big, or it's going to be a simple video where I explain to you everything that has happened and everything that is gonna happen. It's going to be the full truth, nothing lied or whatever. I'm just going to speak my mind and everything's going to come from deep within the heart. So nothing spectacular, no effects, whatever. Maybe one thing that I'll edit in because it's gonna make things clearer for you. But today, this video is gonna be the full truth and nothing but the truth. Okay, so 4 weeks ago, I got a phone call from a guy from Sweden. Now, Sweden, I don't know anything about Swedish football. I've never watched Swedish football in my life. And all of a sudden I'm talking with a guy that represents a professional club in Sweden, and they are talking about making me a professional footballer. So just the idea alone of becoming a professional footballer. Guys, I've been in England for 2 years now, alone, doing whatever the hell I can to become a professional footballer, and now I have that opportunity. I can become it, but it's just not that simple. You can't just take every contract or whatever happens. You've got to sit down, think about everything properly, things such as where you're gonna live, is it actually realistic, is there a future afterwards, and a number of other things. So what have I done? I've spoken to a number of people after I got this phone call, including my advisor who works here in London. He explains a lot of things to me. He helps me reach that goal of becoming a professional footballer. And he told me that in truth he doesn't know a lot about Sweden, but in the past he has sent some players to Sweden, and he's done this through a contact. That contact is a coach in Sweden. He's been there for about 7 or 8 years. So my advisor gave this coach's phone number, and I've spoken to him on the phone. When I told him about the club, and I'm gonna put the name of the club here. So this club plays in the 4th tier of Swedish football, and what this coach has told me is that this club is located far up north in Sweden. It's like 6 or 7 hours away from the capital of Sweden, and that means that it's going to be freezing. It's going to be, balls are falling off you. It's going to be cold. It's going to be very, very cold. And also that means that there are not going to be a lot of players that want to play there in the first place. And because there are not a lot of players there, the money is going to be quite big to find players and bring them in, because they're going to offer a lot of money to still persuade them to come and play there, because the living arrangements there are not really suitable to be outside, especially in these couple of months, because it's autumn now as well, so it's going to be freezing hell cold. Also, I've spoken to a friend of mine who I've actually met through YouTube and through Instagram. This guy is a player from Portugal. He's been in Hong Kong or whatever hell, and he explained to me as well that it's just not smart going to Sweden. Not just because it's cold or something, but because it's so far up north and the level of football is actually bad. All they can do is persuade you with money. And something else that you have to know about Swedish football is because they just legit can't play football during Christmas period, during that cold December months, whatever. Their season runs through April to October. So if I would have joined now, I would have had 2 months of a contract, and after that I would have no idea what to do with my future. And here in London, I'm with a professional club training full time, and I'm playing non-league, and on a flipping quality level of non-league. So why would I throw that all away to become a professional footballer for 2 months and then again, the money is good, but is that all I care about at my age? I mean, if you're 30, people go to China to earn millions. It's the end of their it's the end of their career in football. Fair enough, but for me, it's just a start. I need to be smart in whatever I'm doing. I need to be committed to things that are gonna progress me further. And I think staying with Brentford and playing non-league is the best thing for me right now. Now I'm gonna leave you with a little bit of a picture or something, and that's gonna show you my pros and cons, the things I weighed, and what made me decide to, in the end, decline this contract, which means obviously I'm not going to Sweden. Okay, so Sweden is done. I committed myself after the 31st of August, which was the transfer deadline day, to not taking this contract and focusing my football on England. But then came the 2nd of September. The 2nd of September, I got a phone call from my club secretary, and he told me that the contract that I had signed with the non-league club had not gone through. Why not? Because I don't have international clearance. What does international clearance mean? It means that the country you left football from, in my case Holland, the English FA do not have a certificate stating that I left the country without any problems. In this case, open bookings, for example, or I don't have problems with the Dutch FA, or I never ever hit a referee or something like that. So it's basically saying, it's a little certificate that says, look, I left Holland with no problems with the football association, and I'm freely to play in whatever country I'm going to, in this case England. Now it's a small certificate, but it takes bloody ages to go through. So I chat with the club secretary, and the club secretary told me that every club I basically played for in England over the past 2 years, I was not allowed to. So until I had that certificate, I was just simply not allowed to play any official matches in England. Now basically and this means that all the matches I've played in England so far are all going to be losses, and that is a big shame, because actually I've won a bloody medal thingy with one of the clubs I was at, and I should not be allowed to have this because I played in that match. Now back to international clearance. International clearance takes forever to go through. It takes a very long time, and it's all dependent on the country you came from. How willing that country's football association is with cooperating with the English Football Association, so the FA in England. Now, what have I done? I went to Holland for 2 weeks, which means I just arrived back from Holland, a little less than 2 weeks maybe. But I just arrived back from Holland, and what have I been doing in Holland? Obviously, I was with my parents, I was with my girlfriend again, which was very nice, but it was not a holiday. I missed 2 weeks of football in England, which is very, very bad. But the reason why I went to Holland was so I can talk with someone within the Dutch FA, someone who I know, and that person can accelerate the process of me getting international clearance. Now that has happened. I chat with my club secretary. I'll show you a picture of that little chat later, and he told me that hopefully it's gonna come through the end of this week. So which means that at the end of this week I can finally play a match in England, because the last match I've played was 2 weeks before the end of pre-season, and that is a bloody long time. So I haven't played any matches since then. That is awful, that is. Now, that is what's been going on since September, and I just arrived back from Holland, and hopefully I'll be able to play all the non-league matches I can, make a big name of myself, and keep training with Brentford, because the training sessions there are definitely going to make me better. And yeah, from there, who knows what's gonna happen. Maybe it still might be something here in England, which to be honest I'm starting to doubt, but doubt is part of football. I'm just gonna fight my way through it. It might be here, it might be in Sweden, it might be back in Holland, it might be in bloody India or something. I really don't care. The thing that matters is that I'm gonna make it, and I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. I'm gonna do my bit, and that's it. Now, this was my little uncut video. I spoke everything from the heart. I didn't have any script or anything else. It might be long, it might be a lot of gibberish that I've been talking the past few minutes, but that is what's been happening, and I'm sorry that I couldn't put a video up so much earlier. For some reason I just can't get myself to get up and make that video. I'm very sorry about that. But again, that's what's been going on, and I've got a lot of belief that the upcoming few months are going to be major. Especially because I'm going to play for my non-league club, and especially because I know a lot of people that are going to help me make that step forward. Thanks for watching, and hopefully the next video is not going to take 5 weeks for it to come. Thanks. See you soon.